So the question becomes, brothers, how do we stop them? And what is the root problem? If we see, brothers, let's see where Palestine is. This is Palestine, brothers, yeah? The green represents the Palestinian part. Look at where Palestine is. It's surrounded by Muslim countries, Egypt, Jordan, Syria, Turkey on the top. What do we find today, brothers? Turkey, they give clean water to Israel. Turkey gives clean water, they are feeding the soldiers of the Israelis, brothers, the terrorists. Egypt, they give 2 million pounds of gas every day, brothers, to Egypt. 2 million pounds of gas. We find that Saudi Arabia, they give oil. They give oil to fill the tanks, the aeroplanes of the Israelis to go and bomb our brothers and sisters in Palestine. Subhanallah, it is these Muslim rulers, brothers, it is these Muslim rulers which are the problems. They are allowing this to happen. They are keeping Israel's heart going. It is them that we need to replace, because they have chosen to side with the shaitan. They have chosen to side with the shaitan. They have no feeling towards the Muslims or Islam. Subhanallah. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to replace them with just rulers who fear Allah and who understand that implementation of Islam can change the situation. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, for every matter there is a thing that spoils it, and what spoiled this deen is the evil rulers. And how truthful he was. It is the evil rulers, brothers, that is allowing this to happen. And just to put things into context, brothers, let's look at the bigger picture of the world where Palestine is. This is Palestine here, brothers, yeah? Look at the size of Egypt. Look at the size of Saudi Arabia. Look at the size of Iran. Look at the size of Turkey. And look at the size of Israel. How can this be, brothers? Muslims, these countries are full of Muslims who say the Shahada, who claim that they believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They have given the oath to Allah. They all say, La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. How can this situation be like this today? The Muslim rulers have allowed this to happen, brothers. And we must actively work to replace them. Until we don't replace them, the situation will remain the same as it is. And just to highlight further, brothers, to you, the military statistics. The military statistics. Israel military manpower is only 3.3 million, brothers. 3.3 million. Now, I've only chosen 3 Muslim countries, yeah, to show you what is their military manpower. We have Egypt military manpower, 41.6 million. We have Iran military manpower, 39.8 million. Turkey military manpower, 39.6 million. My maths is not very good, brothers. That's equivalent to 120 million against 3.3 million. And this 120 million, brothers, they're not just normal people. They are people who claim that they believe in Allah. They are people who say, La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, just as the same as the Muslims in Palestine say. So we have the capabilities, brothers. We have the capability to change our situations within 2 hours, brothers. We can stop Israel, brothers. We don't even need to fight. All we have to say is to Israel, stop. If you don't stop, we'll send you an army so big that when the first man enters your land, the last man will be leaving our land. We need our rulers to grow a backbone and to believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's victory. And this is the problem, brothers. It's the problem of the Muslim rulers. They try and say that this is a Palestinian problem, brothers. The Egyptian rulers, they say, this is a Palestinian problem. It's nothing to do with us, yeah? This flag in itself, brothers, was designed by the British. It was designed by the British to cut the Palestinian problems, to cut it away from the Muslim Ummah, brothers. So the Egyptian, they have their own flag. And they say, we're Egyptian people, we have nothing to do with the Palestinians. The Saudis say the same, brothers. This flag in itself is nothing to do with the Muslim Ummah. This is not our flag. Our flag is the Islamic flag, and this indeed is an Islamic problem. This is a problem of the Ummah. This problem is the same problem that Prophet Muhammad had. This is our flag, the flag of La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. And Prophet Muhammad said, if one part of the body is cut, the whole body feels the pain, brothers. But it's not enough today just to feel the pain. It's not enough to just to feel the pain, brothers. We must actively work to cure this pain, brothers. If you are cut, brothers, you don't just sit there and just say, I feel the pain, I feel the pain. You do things, isn't it? You go to the hospital, you get plaster, you get medicine to cure this pain. So we must cure the pain of Palestine. This is our body that is being attacked. Malcolm X, one of my heroes of all time, he said, there is nothing in the Quran that teaches us to suffer peacefully. The Quran, our religion, teaches us to be peaceful, be courteous, obey the law, respect everyone. But if someone puts his hand on you, you send him to the cemetery. Because we do not have to suffer in peaceful ways. The Muslims of Palestine, they don't have to suffer in peaceful. They have a right, the Muslims have the right to defend themselves. And we must speak the haqq, brothers. We must have some courage. We must get the courage and speak the truth. Because what we find is today is the ummah, we all just call for sadaqah, 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 which is good. But at the same time, brothers, we need to make the public opinion to show that, look, the problem is the rulers in the Muslim land who have chosen to side with the shaitan, who have chosen to side with Israel over the expense of Muslim blood. So we must call for their removal, brothers. The hadith, there is another hadith which says, which Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, verily, verily the Imam is a shield, from behind you fight, and behind who you are defended. Subhanallah. Which Imam do we have today? Which ruler, which Sultan, which Amir do we have today that will defend and protect the honor of the Muslims? There is no one, brothers. There is no Amir today. That's why we must call for it and we must work for this Amir. We must re-establish this Sultan that will implement Islam in the Muslim lands. Just to highlight the point even further, brothers. What happens on Friday, brothers, when we have Salatul Jummah? When we go to the Friday prayers and there is no Imam in the masajid. There is no Imam in the masajid. What happens? Some brothers will say, oh, there's no Imam, there is no Friday prayer today, I won't go home. Some people will say, oh, I'm just going to pray my Dhuhr and go to work. Some people might say, the clever ones might say, oh, let's try and get another Imam. Let's try and get another Imam inside the masajid that can lead that can do the khutbah and lead the salah. But no one's willing to step up to be the Imam. So there is confusion, isn't there, brother? If there is no Imam in the masajid for Friday prayer, there's confusion and people don't know what to do. So if we draw the parallel, brothers, into the Muslim Ummah, we have no Imam today, we have no ruler to lead us. That's why we are in a state of confusion. But we must realize that we are in this situation because there is no Imam. And the Imam, brothers, the role of the Imam is to unite all the hearts of the Muslims into one big knot that cannot be untied. Just like when we pray Salatul Jummah, it doesn't matter if you're Hanafi, Madhab, Maliki, Shafi, Hanbali, it doesn't matter what opinion you follow, brothers. When the Imam says Allahu Akbar, everyone says Allahu Akbar. And indeed there is success in prayer. So similarly, we must realize on a bigger scale and society scale that without an Amir, brothers, there is no unification of the Ummah. We must call for the Khilafah, we must call for the Amir of Islam. And we must make it in the public domain, calling for Islam, inshaAllah. And our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and we today remind these Muslim rulers and the Muslim rulers who are in power, who have the capabilities, we remind the ulama that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, any man whom Allah has given the authority of ruling some people and he does not look after them in an honest manner, will never even feel the smell of Jannah. Subhanallah. How Allah gives us such a visual and graphic description saying that you will not even feel the smell of Jannah. Subhanallah. So we must warn these rulers and say, look, if you're not willing to worship Allah, if you're not willing to implement Islam upon the Muslims, because the Muslim Ummah are openly calling for Islam now, but it's the Muslim rulers who say, no, you cannot have Islam, and they use the armies to target the civilians, just like our sister Yvonne Ridley in Egypt, brothers. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu in tansaru Allahu yansurukum wa yuttabit aqdamakum. O you who believe, and Allah is addressing me and you, brothers. He is addressing me and you. We say, La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. We have given an oath to Allah, brothers. So He's addressing everyone in this room and all the Muslims in this dunya. He says, if you help in the cause of Allah, Allah will help you and make your foothold firm, brothers. And this is where I'll move on to the most important part of the talk today, the action point. What actions can we do as a collective group, brothers? There's me, then there's we, and then there's you, brothers. If we work together, we can make a change, brothers. We can make a change and we can do some action. There's many actions we can do, brothers, but I've listed some of the actions that maybe we can go away with today and we can do, inshallah. We must call, brothers. We must openly call. We must tell our parents. We must tell our families. We must tell our friends that we are in the situation today is because we do not have an imam. We do not have a khalif who is willing to implement Islam. We must talk to influential peoples. We might go to universities or colleges, yeah? But you know, the rulers in the Muslim land, they all send their children